This is Johnny Wrestling, or Johnny Takeover, as my shirt says. And listen, I want you to listen. Like, we're involved right now. It's crazy, it's loud, it's hectic. We're in New York City, but I want you to listen to No Holds Barred Network.
That's right. The full gear movement is in full effect, people, and welcome to the All Elite Podcast, episode number 11. Happy end. No, I'm not doing that. Episode number 11 on the No Holds Barred Network, your source for all AEW, WWE, NXT UK, and NXT podcasting content. You can go follow the network on Twitter at NHB and NHB Network on Twitter. You can follow myself at Real Kyle Masters. You can follow my co-host at Loves to Dream 82 as well, and you can follow the podcast on Twitter at All Elite Pod. It's located right down there on the YouTube layout. If you're listening to us on the go, we are available to listen to on Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and Spreaker. Guys, welcome to the stream and to the podcast. I'm your host, as always, the self-proclaimed greatest host of the All Elite Podcast and the CEO and owner of the No Holds Barred Network, Kyle Masters, and I'm joined by my beautiful co-host, as always, Tiffany. What's going on, Tiff?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry? Hungry. Wish I had the Duran Duran theme. Hungry. No, I'm feeling it too. You guys don't know, the full gear movement is in effect, and myself and Tiff are in full gear mode. And to me, it's this right here. It's the water. I've been drinking so much of this lately and peeing a lot. I've been using the washroom like 10 times more than I would on a regular basis. But this right here, like I said last time, is key. It's about the agua.
He's not wrong.
Which I'd take a sip of. But guys, welcome. If you guys are new to the podcast, welcome to the All Elite Podcast. This is where myself and Tiffany go over any news and rumors, any big topic surrounding the All Elite Podcast. We also do reviews of the Being the Elite, which we'll get to today as well. There's a new episode that was dropped 2 days ago on Monday, titled Filler Episode. So this one might... It's funny because that one was called Filler Episode. This show might be a filler one on our part as well, because there wasn't really a lot of news out there. There's a few things, not a lot, but we were contemplating on doing one of these or not, but you know what? Might as well, because we need to talk about, we need to give you guys your Being the Elite reviews, and about it's big news. It's, in a way, it's big for AEW. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to start with that, or...
Sure, I guess we can start with that. And it's the big news that was announced.
Whatever you.
We'll start with that. So it's not only that AEW has been getting off the ground huge lately with the press conference for Double or Nothing. Sorry, I had to do it to you, Tiff. I'm sorry. But I don't have one for this, so you can don't have to be quiet for this part. So I'll transition on the screen. If you guys are listening on the go, just listen carefully. A new pay-per-view has been announced. This one is basically, though, a charity event, I'm being told it's labeled under. It's in the Daily Place Amphitheater in Jacksonville. If anyone's ever seen it, AEW's Twitter account actually posted pictures of the venue itself, or I think it was AEW Fandom that did that.
Yeah.
It's a very small place, only a limited seating. There's only going to be 5,000 tickets for this thing, so that's going to sell out very, very quick. I'm going to be interested to see how the StubHub and Ticketmaster people get their hands on this.
3 times, 5 times the amount. I don't know.
Yeah, but Fight for the Fallen is the next event after Double or Nothing. It's going to be on July 13th in Jacksonville, so the home of the official home now, basically, of AEW. That's a pretty cool logo. I like the logo. Very, very well done. You get the AEW logo in there. But Fight for the Fallen is the next event.
I was interested in going, but I don't know. We said eventually one of these.
It's tough. That one's a little tough because it's only going to be 5,000 seats. So getting tickets for this event is going to be already hard enough as it is. And B, flying to Jacksonville is just another expense to add on. This is 2 months after we're going to be doing WrestleMania. So
So we will eventually get to one of these.
Yeah, I mean, there's All Out coming out. Maybe we'll think about All Out. I don't know. It's going to be in Chicago, so it's not far for me. It's only it's far for Tiff. For me, it's only like a 5.5 hour drive. So
I don't know. We'll see. We'll worry about it then. So one of these days, me and Kyle will go to one of these.
But that's the official big news out of AEW was the next event. I'm sure that also will be sponsored by Culture City with the Sense Sensitive. Awesome that Double or Nothing is also Sense Sensitive and going to be the first ever wrestling event ever to be a Sense Sensitive event.
Sensory inclusive.
Sensory inclusive.
Yeah, that's the word. Yes, sensory inclusive.
It's weird. It's like sense sensitive. When you say that, it almost sounds like you're saying like scent sensitive. Like, ooh, I don't want to go to this event because it smells.
Oh,
but yeah, so Fight for the Fallen. Pretty cool. I'm excited for that. I'm excited to see how they're going to do the setup for that because I've seen the pictures of the theater. I'm going, oh, that's an interesting setup for a wrestling event. Like, is the ring going to be like where the stage is and then, you know what I mean? Like, it looks weird. I was trying to picture how they would look in my head with a wrestling ring and I couldn't do it. So we'll see.
Yes, that's the one with the gun violence awareness. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Also, so if you've seen the title of this video, scrolling down on the bottom for you, the Full Gear Movement, the Full Gear challenge has been taken off quite exceptionally lately.
It's so insane, and the amount of positivity on Twitter. I mean, I got tagged in a post yesterday. And there had to be over 200 notifications that I got. It is so amazing. And it's nice because you get to meet other people and you get to see their stories. And God, I don't even know how to put this into words. It's really amazing because you really need to build an army with this. It's
you guys out there, man, keep going. And a lot of people that we've also influenced from this podcast to start this challenge. Congrats, guys. And good luck to all of you out there. This is probably one of the toughest things I've ever had to do. It's seriously, there's days I look at myself going, I literally look like I've just gained weight. It literally, it really looks like I think I'm gaining weight. I don't look like I'm losing weight, but according to the scale, I'm losing weight.
See, I've been getting flustered as shit because I wasn't losing, and then today I went on the scale and I lost 2 pounds, so I was happy, but I was really pissed yesterday, and I was I don't know, I was I've been doing this a little bit longer than Kyle, and I was I haven't lost any weight, but then I started going through my clothes in my closet, and because there was a dress that I tried on not that long ago, and it was tight on me, and I was you know what, let me see, and then I went into it. And I was this is perfect now. And I was it's a little loose, but I could still wear it. And then I started going through all my clothes. And then I started throwing things out because they were getting I don't physically see it yet on me. Other people have told me that they've seen it with the weight loss. So, but then I think the truth is when you start going through your clothes and then you start seeing the difference in your clothes. So
I also get told that other people notice it more than you. You could lose 5 pounds and you'd be fuck, I doesn't look like I've lost anything. And someone will be whoa, have you lost weight?
Yeah. You're your own worst enemy. Yeah. So you don't want to see.
You just got to keep. So when you think and you're looking, so people out there are on this Full Gear movement, you think you're looking to yourself after a week or two and you're shit, doesn't look like I've done anything. Just keep going. Just keep going. It's hard. You can't compare it. You can't look for the same results as a professional athlete or a wrestler they're Adam Page because
all the time
they have more accessibility than we do. You just do you what you got And even if it means like you did it for 30 or 60 days and you lost like 2 or 3 pounds, you lost weight.
Exactly.
You went through with the challenge and you put the effort in. And what they did on All Being Elite this week was amazing.
Oh my
what
God.
they did. So we'll get to that when we get to that. But speaking of a Full Gear challenge, we're gonna have to feature him in here because he's the key guy behind it. So Tiffany sent me some Instagram screenshots of our fellow man Adam Page here, and I'll transition for you guys on the screen.
Yeah,
So
they should follow him on Instagram because
Yeah.
his stories, never mind like his posts, his stories on Instagram are the best.
oh, they're hilarious. They're literally
God.
top notch. But you guys can see in the screen there. First, we'll start off on the left there. We got Adam Page upside down, I think. Or there's a camera upside down.
Camera's upside.
Okay, I just noticed that for a sec.
Like,
I didn't.
Kyle, if he was upside down, I don't think the weights would be staying where they are.
I didn't. Okay, see, all I concentrated on was Adam Page. I didn't focus on the background, but now I am focusing in the background. Gotcha.
Yeah, he's upside down. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
So-
story that when it says get small but also get big, he was showing all these containers of protein and broccoli and steak and
Yeah, you guys can
chicken.
see that. You can barely. We tried to get screenshots of it. I wanted to get the footage, but I couldn't crop that, so we got the screenshots of it, and you can see like, oh man, broccoli's the best, and like and like this goes back to what I just said. How and if you guys are listening to go, there's pictures of containers of all the protein and rice and chicken and broccoli he has, and it ends off with a container of the Duncan Hines creamy
frosting.
and he's got small, but also got to get big, or get small or also get big. So that's why I say like, we don't have the luxury, as much as the luxury as some of the wrestlers do like that, because I don't think I could afford all that food for prepping. That's
it's
like
not even just him. If you follow like a lot of the other people's as well, even like Cody has posted like prep foods. I think I even seen MJF also had posted some prep foods as well. But there are the Full Gear challenge too, because Matt was he put a story up there too. He was on like an elliptical bike, and he put hashtag Full Gear challenge.
Oh, okay, I did see that, but that's funny. The one in the middle there, the get small but also get big.
Yeah,
I died that. That's literally the best.
Just as good as his pizza. He had to throw his pizza
funny.
out. Like,
I wish I still had that on here, but I don't. I think I don't know. Maybe no, I don't. But again, that's a lot. I love the bucket of chicken. That was my favorite one. Like that's a lot of chicken. I love chicken, so that's a big thing for me. But yeah, like obviously the you have to follow Adam Page because of the comedy aspect, because of that Duncan Hines creamery thing there. But yeah, so if you guys want some motivation too, Adam Page actually, likes a lot of your stuff if you put the hashtag Full Gear Movement in there, if you tag him in it. So he's a good motivational guy too as well. So
he commented on somebody posted something this morning
it's this morning.
The flu. Yeah, no, somebody was like, oh well, I lost like 12 pounds because I got the flu. I guess he was in the hospital or something like that. He goes, does that count? I think Hangman Page wrote something like, it's kind of unorthodox, but hey, whatever works. It's like, wow. It's like, okay. But he's been interactive with people as well. So and again, like, you don't even know, people that I haven't even followed have been interacting with us too. And me and Kyle on Instagram, we've been posting our food on there as well.
Yeah.
So make sure you follow our Instagram and Facebook. Yes,
make sure you're following that. And good thing Tiz bringing that up. So I got it for you guys right now if you're watching the YouTube version. If not, I'll say it for you guys on the go versions. I'll transition now. We are available on these main social media platforms. Obviously on Twitter at All Elite Pod. On Instagram, search up All Elite Pod the same way as right there, All Elite Pod. And then on Facebook, search up All Elite Podcast, and make sure you are following us on all these social media platforms. We're keeping up with the podcast and keeping up with me and Tiff as we go through this Full Gear journey. Also, you can see there on the screen, we are also be able to listen to on the go if you are on the go kind of person. And that is Spotify, iTunes, Spreaker, and Stitcher Radio, wherever is convenient for you to listen to us. We are available on all those platforms, especially right here on YouTube. So make sure you're also hitting that subscribe button, and you're hitting the like, and you're hitting the little bell that lets you know when we're going to go live. And you can see all previous episodes of the podcast on there as well. Also, while I'm at it, we'll get right to it, and that is, guys, if you're wanting some All Elite merchandise and you don't know where to get it, I have the source for you, and that is ProWrestlingTees.com. They are your #1 source for All Elite Wrestling merchandise. They have a bunch of new T-shirts out now. I don't have Britt Baker's new T-shirt on there. Got to get her new T-shirt. I love the new one. You got Tiff with her new hoodie, which is in the other shot, so you guys can't see her promoting it, but she has the hoodie on the bottom right there. We also have the hats for All Elite Wrestling, which I really want the snapback. I'm meaning to buy that. And you got Bernard the Bear, who was a special guest on episode number 3 of the podcast with us. We did a special interview with that, so go check that out if you guys still want to go check him out. Also, please go and check out the official sponsor of the podcast and in the network, and that is ExtremeWrestlingShirts.com. They specialize in pro wrestling and MMA apparel with over 50,000 T-shirts, sweatshirts, costumes, DVDs, and pendants in stock. And you can use code NOHOLDS at checkout, and you can save 10%. And one lucky fan a month that uses the code will receive an extra free gift alongside their order. Who doesn't love free? So go check out the official sponsor of the network, ExtremeWrestlingShirts.com.
Free is for me.
What'd you say?
I said free is for me.
Did you say, I'm sorry, did you say double or nothing? Sorry, I swear I thought you said double or nothing.
No, I said free is
tell.
for me.
Some other stuff. I guess a little bit of a Cody update. Cody Rhodes and the Elite Team Series. Heart of the Mountain, story by Cody Rhodes, is a new book that's going to be coming out. He's going to be releasing a book release party, and it says, stay tuned for more info about tickets, live entertainment, and more. Starcast.com. So Cody Rhodes releasing another book, and I guess it's the Elite Team Series books. I never knew about that.
Yes, because the Young Bucks put one out as well.
Gotcha. I think I remember that sort of a little bit. So, and then on the right side, Cody posting on his Instagram. He's a fan of MJF. Rehab today with 2 cool dudes, so Pharaoh and MJF in his Instagram story. I just find that funny because everyone rips on MJF and being the Elite, yet Cody's posting these things on Instagram of him hanging out with them. Like, guys, you're the boss. You got to be cool. Also in the news, Chris Jericho has purchased a house in Tampa, Florida.
Oh my.
For a reported $3.5 million.
Yeah, let me just pull it out of my ass. Can we come over?
I'm assuming this is indication of how much he's getting paid close to by AEW, because
oh, come on, because
it's probably a combination of that and what he's probably made on his first Jericho cruise. It probably was a big, very profitable thing because I heard it was very successful.
But he's still on tour with Fozzy as well.
That too. So
he's got
But it's in Florida. AEW's in Jacksonville. He bought a house in Tampa.
Hey, maybe he'll be doing some training for some of these people. I don't know. Maybe a coach.
Your boy Marty Skrull posted on Instagram a little snippet from the new All Elite intro. And look at that. That's just interesting.
I was dying. Try to get into the
and then he's just floating down. Yeah. I mean, they featured it in. They didn't flash forward through it, so
no, but he landed the roller coaster. He just missed.
They flew. They went away and they left him behind. That's a ploy of leaving him behind, I guess.
I guess, yeah. Oh my lord.
Oh my lord. But yeah, that's part of the new intro being Elite. So I guess let's get into it. The Being the Elite review, the titled filler episode 141 of Being the Elite. To me, the intro looked like it was cut. The video looked like it started at a point where they cut most of the beginning out of it. You know what I mean? They were already talking mid-conversation when it started. He was in the middle of a sentence. But I'm okay, did they cut something out here?
Yeah, Matt and Nick when they were having...
Yeah, so they're complaining that all the indie shows that people just kept coming up to them and asking for jobs, making them not want to do these surprise anything anymore. And then they have a knock at the door of the hotel room, and it's the two guys, but you get the camera from their view, so you can't see them. Basically, they're begging for AEW. They're like, "Oh, what are you marks doing here? Come on, you can't be doing this. This is wrong. You can't be just showing up random places."
Yeah, like how did you find where we were?
Yeah, how did you find where we were? It's basically a jab at the people who like figure out where they're going to be, like that follow them everywhere. And then saying that these two guys are basically saying like they're not like the keyboard warriors that are sliding your DMs asking for jobs in your DMs. I guess this is actually true. Then people have been.
If you notice, like a bunch of the comments under the video, people were writing, "Can I have a job? Can I have a job?"
Oh man, I didn't see that. Of course. They say that they are the ones that helped the Young Bucks become heavyweights. That they almost got Cody and Pharaoh to they mumbled something. I didn't really catch it. And then the Young Bucks yell at them and tell them to send them a resume. And they're like, "What? Well, here's my resume." And he flips them the bird. And then they take off. So that was an interesting opening.
Well, yeah, Nick was like, "I'm going to call security." And then he's getting on the phone and he's like calling security. And then they like start laughing or whatever. But good.
And we went into that new cool intro video, which I showed you, like Marty Scurll there, the very like old school video game style intro. I remember them having something like that before. So this is, I guess, because I remember it was back when they were like invading Raw that they had like a video game style intro as well. So they got a redone one, I guess. So I don't know if they're going to continue this from now on. Probably.
Man, what a cool.
I like it.
It's really cool.
Like
so you have like
kind of style intro.
Yeah, you have like your change the world with the globe, and then we went into the cutscene of like the Jericho cruise, right? And then I was dying with the Hangman Page that he was walking around at the grocery store, and then I'm assuming.
They're like full gear. Huh?
Yeah, I was dying. And then I'm kind of glad like SCU finally made it into an intro. Like it's about time that SCU got involved.
Your boys, hang on, I got this. Scorpio Sky, Frankie Kazarian, and Christopher Daniels. Wow.
I love it, Kyle. I love it. Yeah.
At least I knew who Kazarian was. Actually, I didn't either, but I remember him from back in the day.
There you go. And then what was after that was Cody, Brandy, and Farrah. And then I like Kenny Omega. He was playing the Dance Like Revolution kind of game.
Yeah, he was in Japan somewhere. Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you see book flip.
Book flip.
I love this intro. This intro was just awesome. And then it goes into like the rally that they had.
That's cool. It's like a 8-bit version of the rally. Yeah.
Yeah. So.
This transition to Kylie Ray and MJF here. She's sitting there eating the cake.
Was that the cake
she was mowing the cake. I think so. But she was. I think it was the same hallway, to be honest.
Yeah.
She was mowing it, and then MJF comes in and goes, "Oh, you're Kylie Ray." Yeah. He's like boosting her about her match and saying she's got a great smile and everything. Yeah. But then he's like, "Your teeth could be whiter though." and he looks at her eating the cake and goes, "It's a shame that." In 2019, it's annoying for women to have to be in have a great figure.
I think it's great how you're eating that cake. It's so annoying. Yeah. People feel women need to watch their figure.
And he slaps her and he goes, "Take it easy, eh?"
I was dying. And you could just like see her face like, oh.
She's known for smiling. So like, you took away her Kylie Ray smile. How dare you, MJF, you dick. Guy's a real dick, you know that?
He's a character. I'm telling you.
So then this was pretty cool. So it was Cody and Brandy at I think it was a basketball game at the State Farm Arena in Atlanta. They're actually checking out the sensory sensitive rooms that they have there, and it's pretty cool. They have like the water things on the wall and like stuff that you can play with on the wall, and if you want to just turn the light off.
Beanbags.
Yeah, beanbag chairs. So they want to check out to get like ideas to what they want to do for their wrestling event. And they said that their plan is to have every single future AEW event going forward to be sensitive. And then they mentioned the Culture City partnership as well. So I think that's huge. It's not like a funny clip out of being the elite. It was a serious one, and I think it's a pretty good one because it's a really good cause. So they're making big strides here. So that's one of the big strides. We end up with another like kind of funny thing. It was a Young Bucks unboxing. I guess LJN figures. I guess they were figures back in the day.
Yeah.
I don't really remember them, but I guess to you fig heads out there, you probably would know.
Yeah, you can like move them and stuff. They're actually on the Young Bucks merch website.
Okay. I was gonna say they said in the episode that they're coming out soon, and they're using the Young Bucks as like a tester, like a first in line, return. And
Matt needs the beard though.
Yeah,
on his
they look weird. Like they didn't really look exactly like the Young Bucks. They, the idea was there. I thought they looked kind of cool, but we kind of like a small unboxing. We had Sammy. Fuck, I don't know how to say his last name.
Guevara.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sammy Guevara walking down the street, jamming. Just holding his boost. There's what's it? Oh, not boost. Boost. Bang energy. He's in a chino. They basically are promoting the energy drink. This was like all the promotion for the energy drink. And he's like, "Oh, I got the new one for you." And so he hands it to him really quickly and walks away. And he goes, "This is not the new one." I really hate that guy.
Poor guy. He's like probably like the nicest guy.
It's a small promotion of Bang Energy. I imagine it's an athlete-safe energy drink. I don't think I've seen it up here in Canada. It must be an American one. Then they transition to, I guess he's in Japan, Omega. I guess they filmed this in Japan, or they filmed this somewhere in the States that has a Japanese restaurant, because everything in this restaurant was Japanese. Kenny's just sitting there waiting, checking his phone. Like he's waiting for someone. Some guy walks in, but we only see his feet. He sits down. Omega says he's sorry that he's really sorry that he's assuming that he would automatically just join AEW. He should have asked him first. He tells him about like all like everything they've done with each other in the past, and I'm thinking, okay, this kind of sounds like Ibushi. Like, it's definitely got to be Ibushi. And then he tells him can you at least think about it? And when the camera turns, the face,
that face,
the straight face, and it's Michael Nakazawa, and he says, "Without me, it's not really the Golden Lovers." So I'm glad that we're back together here. And asks if Ibushi is coming too. Kenny kind of goes, because Ibushi signed I think it's a 2 or 3 year contract with New Japan, so he won't be coming. He asked, when's their first match? And Omega's like, I kind of have this thing with Jericho, but I was thinking more of you like an office guy. He's just so pissed. He grabs all the straws and he like hucks them at the table. So he's mad, and Omega says, "Okay, don't worry. We'll find something for you, but until then, welcome to AEW." And they do like a poster of like the official signing, and then they have the crickets sound playing in the background. And this transitions to Matt Jackson. They're just checking his phone. I guess Kenny must have texted him. He goes, "Who's this? Really? Who's Michael Nakazawa?" He's like, "I don't even know who this is." And what's up with with all these like random signings of people we don't know, like Michael Nakazawa and MJF? Who are these guys? So there's a shot at MJF a little bit there, but this then moves to Cody sitting at the 1FW Factory Training Center. Brandy's in the ring working with some guy. She looked really good in the ring, by the way. That was really, really cool. But Cody was basically saying, he's rehabbing, he's getting ready, he's putting in the work, and he's like, who should be putting in the work, and I hope is Hangman Page, that skinny fat ass.
I can't. I die with all these shots.
And then basically just a plug at him. But this transitions, and this is the best part. So it's basically like a commercial for his Full Gear Challenge. He's kind of doing like a little promo get for it. And then something awesome. It was started out funny with him working out and all these people bubbles appearing around him, and it's like all the elite people just making fun of him while he's training as like motivation. But then something awesome happens. Then they actually feature a couple of videos from actually people out there that have tweeted with the Full Gear hashtag of them working out, and then
Which people we know. That's the
yeah,
fun. We actually know some of these.
and then this happens, and I'm gonna put it on the screen for you guys. This is the coolest thing ever. If you guys didn't see our tweet about it, we're going to put it up here on the screen. If you guys are listening to us on the go, just listen up. So it transitions into this, a screen of all tweets about the Full Gear Challenge. And what do you know? The first two ones you see right away is the bottom left. We get Tiffany's actual account on Twitter.
Yeah.
Push through today. Need a cool down drink. Hashtag Full Gear Challenge. Her in the gym. And then off to the right, what's is that All Elite Podcast? Okay, I'm not trying to pump our tires too much, but we were featured the two tweets right away as soon as they transitioned. We were featured right there, and our girl Amy right at the top there, and then Andy right in the middle there. Those two have been very, very, very supportive of.
Need to Hangman Page fans.
Yeah.
So like
they've been so supportive in all me and Tiff's tweets for this Full Gear Challenge. So I do want to give all those three a big, big shout out. Amy O, Andy, and Hangman Page fans. So a shout out to you guys for continuing the motivation with me and Tiff. And I thought it was Tiff instantly marked out. So she was. I didn't get to watch it yet yesterday, and she's like going nuts. I'm like, what?
I was like, Kyle, like caps. Like,
yeah.
I was like, my tweet. I was like, it's featured on Be the Elite. And you're like, stop. And then I had to like screenshot it. And then I think when I screenshot it, I realized that both my tweets were featured on it. I was like, oh my God. Like, so I was being a total mark yesterday. I was really excited.
That was sweet. So I do guarantee he probably doesn't listen. But if he does eventually, Hangman Page, like, thank you very much. That was really cool of you to do to feature us in there.
He liked our tweet because you put a tweet out thanking him, and he liked our tweet. Wait, I have to stop you. You missed such an important part.
Of that?
No, before that, with Cody and Brandy, and that he said chomping at the bit, ready to get back. God bless his soul, Marty Skrull.
Wait, he did?
Yeah.
Stop.
This is when me and Kyle are like.
I must have missed that.
Oh, Kyle's stress. Okay, yeah, he did. He said that.
I don't get it. Like, why would he?
It was like, I'm telling you, Kyle's prediction's right.
I'll have to go back and listen to that because I'm shocked I didn't. It must have been like while I was writing it down because when I'm watching Being Elite, I'm writing my notes at the same time, so I must have missed it.
I can't believe you missed that part. That was such an important part that he said that. So this just proves.
So if this is true, everybody, I'm telling you, I'm gonna act like I did hear it. It's happening. I don't care. I'm gonna freaking have a big, massive tweet. I'll probably periscope myself going, "I told you so," to all you people that think it's Dustin Rhodes and people that think I'm wrong. It's him.
Oh, well, I get like yesterday somebody was telling me it's Dean Ambrose. That I'm like, okay, I think like we don't
even know for sure that he's leaving.
Yeah,
like there's rumors now of him and of Roman and Bruce Pritchard like trying to get him to sign like hardcore, and so
I saw that he's something that he was put on like live events after his contract.
But that means nothing.
Okay, so
anytime you guys hear that in the news, it means nothing because literally subject to change actually means something because I've gone to WWE live events where I've seen the first official card that was announced. It was completely different by the time we got to the event. So card subject to change. It's not guaranteed.
By the way, also because I saw Keep a Girl wrote in the chat, if you guys want to call in, please interrupt us. Call anytime you want. The number is down below, the 516-806-6035. So yeah. Anyway, sorry about that, but I had to interrupt you about that. So
no, good, because I did miss that.
Yeah, so I'm full on. I believe it's Marty Skrull. I know we got a little hate with some people, like no, but I'm on this trade with Kyle. I'll be a little disappointed if it's not. So.
It'll be.
But anyway.
Then they did like a cutaway, a short clip of Matt. Like, I guess his camera's on the ground. He's still like walking. He's pacing back and forth, pissed about. He's like, who is this guy? Who is this Nakazawa guy? Like, he's just like pissed about it, going like, why are we signing all these people that don't make any that nobody knows? And I think it's also a jab at the people who are saying, "Oh, AEW is not going to be anything." They're signing people that nobody knows, so it's another jab at that. So
Well, that too, and then he says, "Oh, that he was like he made a comment something about, oh yeah, don't get me started about it just being a T-shirt company."
yeah, that too.
So
So
that's another jab.
then we had SCU, another SCU segment, basically talking about where they're going to film their next worst talent bit, and they said, "Well, since we're here in Austin, Texas, seemed like the perfect city and a perfect fit for the worst town ever." And they basically call it a shit house, and they start naming off famous places and landmarks in Austin. And there's like, they kind of like run it down every single one of them. And we had this girl,
Chris Wolf,
that's her name, walks in looking for her mask, Tito, and Christopher Daniels like loses her mind on it, like, keep Tito out of here, like he doesn't belong here. You see this? We're not in a broom closet anymore. We're in the nice dressing room with champagne and the guy that holds the mirror. He's like, it doesn't belong in here. And she walks away. And then she looked pretty upset. I don't know. It was a really weird thing, but what she says,
aged.
Yeah, basically what the referee said in the last episode. I'm like, man, you guys have changed. So looks like that's going to be a thing in the next couple episodes. Curious to see what
something that she's like retiring or something, or somebody was said, oh, is she gonna sign on with AEW or whatever like that? So I heard that there was like an injury or something. So yeah, so she's retiring soon. Okay.
And then we had the Young Bucks ending the episode off, basically saying like, yeah, sorry there wasn't a lot of stuff in here that we filmed. It was basically like a filler episode, but they ended off with the promotion for Fight for the Fallen. So I'll put it up on the screen for you guys if you guys did miss the Fight for the Fallen ad earlier. So Fight for the Fallen is going to be on July 13th at the Daly's Place Amphitheater in Jacksonville, Florida. The home of All Elite Wrestling is going to be a charity event as well, with only 5,000 limited tickets available for this event. So I'm curious to see how this goes down, and very excited, man. Big things coming to AEW, and here's another big thing announced. So a couple of months right after Double or Nothing, we got Fight for the Fallen. Yeah. Fight for the Fallen. Yeah. That makes me think of Transformers right away, because the Fallen.
Yeah.
But very filler, short, being the episode, just basically what kind of look like what this one's going to be, because we only have 2 bits of news, and I'll quickly go over them. Number one was what I just said, the July event, the event in July. Fight for the Fallen, 5,500 is the exact amount of people that theater can hold. So very limited tickets, and it'll be a charity event. So for AEW for going in that direction. And also Cody Rhodes talking about a possible alternative to an AEW Performance Center. He mentions this as quote from Cody Rhodes. So the knee is weight, and he's talking about his knee at first. So the knee is weight bearing, and it was weight bearing right after surgery. I had a meniscus scope where they just dig out all the cartilage, so that's the pain. The swelling and the recovery is based off how much digging they did in there, which they did a lot because there was a lot more damage than anticipated. This is all due to the fact that Cody Rhodes never wore knee pads his entire career, and now he's probably going to be wearing extra thick knee pads for the rest of his career. But I don't have to wrestle until May, so this is the perfect time to have gone under the knife. Luckily I have time. I don't like the crutches they gave me. I fell at the office yesterday, so I've been humbled on my own body, but the scope went well. And then when he's mentioning the Performance Center, he says he has access to a good facility here in Atlanta. I have a really good facility that's called the One. So that's the place he was in the video, the One Fall Power Factory. That the AEW coordinator Mike, he also is the coach there. Rhodes stated it would be a long shot to do a feeder system versus maybe some sponsored trainees instead, where they could go to different schools, because he says that to me. People don't talk about how great OVW was near enough because we didn't have 4 rings and Shawn Michaels teaching us. I think that the goal is for him is to use other training facilities until they can get their own going. But I imagine with Tony Khan and his pocketbook, you know, an AEW training facility.
It's got to be a must.
It's got to be a must. It's got to be a must. It's got to be in the talks. But again, it's not even been a year yet. Kind of have to, like, we can't just expect everything to be like snap of the finger, everything's up, right? So
I saw a tweet.
why is that funny? Why do you laugh?
I'm laughing at a tweet that I just saw. Shout out to you, Andy. He tweeted at me, "How are you doing? I love the stream. I'm hungry." That was the beginning of our episode.
Oh God.
So shout out to you. I'm sorry. It was really funny.
See, I'm okay. Like, I thought I would be seriously hungry after the gym today, but I had a little bit of food earlier after we were prepping for the podcast. Not a lot. Like, I had one piece of chicken, and I was fine. I think it's again, it's this, what I said right here. It's the water. You drink a lot of this, it, like, defeats your hunger. Like, you can drink an entire bottle of this, and then you won't be hungry anymore. It's crazy. I never believed that. I always thought people were stupid when they say, just drink a glass of water and you'll be okay. I'm like, you're an idiot. I'm still going to be hungry.
Like, these are like 2 bottles of Poland spring water put in here.
Was that your soda stream?
My soda stream. So when I get bored with
Your
water,
pop.
like I do seltzer. That's it. I don't add anything else. I do strictly just the seltzer in it, just so I can have that bubble effect. But I do it with
The
Poland
bubble
spring
effect.
water. Yeah, that carbonated that I
Carbonated.
just
But yeah, see.
we're at countdown, so oh god.
So I don't have anything left. Like that. Seriously, this has been like a filler episode. So if anyone wants to call, your time is now.
Okay, well,
or else I will end the show.
Ew. Okay. So,
Why? I'm not. I can't just sit here and look at people and go.
Yeah, just look.
Even
at
our listeners on the go will be like, "What are they doing?"
Well, I just wanted to touch base with the whole your boy, what's his name? The Perfect 10.
My boy. Oh, Ty Dillinger. Sean Spears is now. He's gone back to his regular indie name.
And I know we said something that maybe he'll show up at Double or Nothing, but
yeah, it's tough because his 90-day no wrestling clause, like no signing for another company clause, basically ends at the end of May. So he's gonna miss Double or Nothing.
Yeah. And then so that's not happening. So Kyle put a tweet out the other day. Fan question.
Yes, we'll do that.
With the
if we don't get any calls after that, I'm ending the show. Just saying, guys, you have your window right now.
Call it right now.
Oh, what do you know? Wow, we don't plan that. We didn't plan that. We did not plan that.
Did not plan that. Thank you for calling the All Elite Podcast.
Hello.
Hi, Cupid girl. What is going on?
Cupid.
Nothing much.
What's new? What you got some news for us? What's the topic?
I wish I did have news, but I wanted to talk about Matt and Nick jetting those two and being elite, giving them no job.
That what?
Two,
Say it one more time because you broke up a little bit.
Huh?
You broke up a little bit. Say it again.
Oh, I'm kind of disappointed that Matt and Nick didn't give those two guys a job.
Oh. But we
They'll
don't
get
even
a job
know who it
eventually.
was, though.
Yeah, we don't know who it was. What if it was a bunch of WWE marks? You know, you didn't want to give them. You didn't want to give those guys jobs.
Does it matter?
What if they were wearing like Elias and Roman Reigns T-shirts?
It could have been Kyle and Corporate Cappy for all you know.
I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna job grub to them. I'm fine. I'm good, bro. I'm good. But Cooper, I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
Are you excited for Double or Nothing?
Maybe.
So far.
Wait a minute. You're not excited for Double or Nothing?
It's gonna be their first official big event.
Should be excited.
It's gonna be headlined by sick matches already with Jericho and Omega going at it again. You got Pentagon Jr. and Felix facing the Young Bucks, which is probably going to tear the house down. You have that triple threat women's match that's probably going to, if it was anything like All In's women's match, it's going to be an incredible match. Like, that's 3 right there. And you got Hangman Page versus Pac. Hangman Page will be in full gear mode because he's going to be, he'll lose weight, but then he'll get bigger at the same time by then. So.
Yeah, but I'm only tired for 2 matches though. Young Bucks and Lucha Bros, then Heyman versus Pac.
You gotta stop watching WWE TV. It's losing your interest. Especially after this week. After what I saw last night, I don't think I'm gonna be watching anything up until WrestleMania. That was horrid last night. All the creative decisions last night were stupid. Absolutely stupid. The Royal Rumble means jack shit anymore. That's literally doesn't count. It's not a Big 4 anymore. Because they just don't do the winners anymore. They have to. If you're winning a Rumble, you shouldn't have to earn your way in.
Mm-hmm. You're
stupid.
right. It's so stupid. What was the whole point of doing the whole Women Royal Rumble if you're not gonna let them?
You made Becky like the biggest star in the company in that whole Rumble spot, and you just threw it away.
It's so stupid.
Like Ronda just coming in and then taking the title, like it wasn't like just
stupid.
got the title back and
stupid. Stop watching it. You're losing track of what.
Get on the AEW train. Get on it. Get on it. None of this garbage.
I don't see WWE doing any sensitive anything. Sensory sensitive anything.
Sensory.
I'm only excited about 2 matches, but like when NXT comes, my whole excitement level is gonna be on NXT.
Thank you. That at least is a fall from grace for WWE. At least we have something to fall on in that NXT because NXT does it right. Vince McMahon doesn't control that. Thank Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh jeez.
But anyways, AEW related. Who do you think? Do you have an opinion on who do you think Cody's gonna face at Double or Nothing?
It's definitely Mario Skull.
Thank you.
It's Mario Skull. It's not anybody else. When Cody said yesterday, God, but as a soul Mario Skull, I was just like, oh, okay, yeah, that's
little drops, and then even like
that's so little though. He said his name. Isn't that a big drop?
I know, but he didn't even catch it. So
I didn't.
It was like a little drop.
I'm sorry, I do notes. I come prepared.
Okay, that's what I gotta say to you.
Yeah.
Unless he goes up against that Michael dude who just signed yesterday.
No, because
it's got to be big. It's got to be big.
Yeah,
it's not going to be. It's not going to be Nakazawa, like their poor man's Nakamura. It's not going to be him. It's going to be
girl.
The one,
girl,
the only.
My man.
The finest.
No.
Kona Reeves.
Get out of here. This episode is over. Fuck the finest, okay? No, get out of here. Like,
it's not his fault you don't appreciate the finest.
Listen,
so.
Okay. He gives
you just appreciate mediocrity. You don't appreciate the finest. That's all right. That's all right.
Everybody freaking warnings that you can't be coming onto the show and saying hashtag fuck the finest.
I've turned Michael. You guys will turn soon.
Whatever. Me and Cupid Girl are still on hashtag fuck the finest. So get out of here, like, with this nonsense. Yeah. Like,
you'll turn.
Yeah, you see, guys, like behind me, I'm gonna make a fucking sign when Kyle's here, and it's gonna say hashtag fuck the finest. Okay?
And I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna take it to the bathroom and use it as toilet paper. Then I'm gonna put it back on your wall for you to look at.
Ew, Kyle.
So, do you want to still make that sign?
You can go sleep on the deck, okay?
Do you want to make that sign anymore? That's what I thought. Anyways, getting off topic. Talking about excrements.
Yeah, he fucking started this. Anyway, but yeah. I can't. Anyway, anything else you have to say, Cupid Girl?
I mean, like, I wonder if they're gonna add any more women to the women's division.
Well, they did add Bea Priestley, who that's huge.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a matter of time before they announce that they're going to sign Tessa Blanchard.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be a big one.
Need it.
Yeah.
Do you think eventually like Brandy's gonna be part of this Double or Nothing, like in the ring since she's training?
Probably. And it sucks because if AEW was taking off this much at the time that she signed, I think Chelsea Green would have chose AEW. But the fact that she's with NXT now, I don't know how long her contract is with them. But if it doesn't work out, I can see Chelsea Green coming over. So
I was thinking about that.
Reese is out, so he'll be showing up a Double or Nothing, maybe.
that sounded English.
You broke up.
You sounded like an alien. I'm sorry.
I said your boy Ty Dillinger is out, so maybe he might come.
No, we just were talking about that.
His 90-day his WWE non-signing clause ends at the end of May, so
yeah.
Fortunately,
so maybe
won't be
he'll
there.
show up at
Fight for the Fallen.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe.
But until then, he's got a bunch of small indie. Like he can wrestle for these indie companies. It's weird how I don't know what the exact clause is because it's weird how he can still wrestle for these like little tiny indie companies. But oh no, wait, because he announced them, but they're after. Okay, that's right, they're after May. That's right. My bad.
Yeah,
my bad. I got that wrong.
And then he can do the rest.
The one that's coming near me, I'm definitely gonna go see in July. The one in Toronto. So definitely gonna go to a meet and greet and try to beat him as well. I hope they do sign more women too. I'm all for that too as well. Cupid Girl. So again, Tessa Blanchard for sure. I can see a Chelsea Green if they don't use her at the end of her contract. And I mean, there's tons out there. If we ever go back and look at the Mae Young Classic, and you see the ones that were competing that are not signed to WWE anymore, you can just look at that. You got a girl like a Piper Niven out there that still hasn't been. I don't know who she's tied to.
She got signed, I think.
I think she got signed.
She got signed. I saw her somewhere. She got signed.
It sucks because if NXT UK wasn't a thing,
leave it below for me and Kyle.
If NXT UK and wasn't a thing, I could see a Rhea Ripley and a Toni Storm going over, but I think they're going to use those two to build that division over there, so I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon. But, there could be some up-and-coming ones, too, that, don't really have the big name out there, but could use AEW to get a bigger name for themselves. So kind of have to look at it as that as well. You can't just make an AEW roster with people that already have names out there that have been in other companies. I mean, it's a good thing to have, but you can't have your entire roster based off that. You kind of have to want to build your own stars so that they can say, and AEW say, okay, we built that person, we made that person, and that's why they're so big. That's gonna be the idea as well in the future. So I think Duff agrees in their background there, Tiff, because he's walking around.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hi, Duffy. So anyway, anything else?
No. I'm good.
Well, thanks for calling in.
Show
into the filler episode of our Elite Podcast.
And we will see you soon.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, let's go to the fan tweet.
The fan tweet. So we tweeted out a question, which we're going to do for the rest of every single episode, guys. So that's why you're going to want to follow us on Twitter at All Elite Pod. We pin a question on there before we do the podcast. And this week's question, I believe, was
have it.
She got it.
With the already rumored TV show name Tuesday Night Dynamite, what would you name AEW's televised show? So if you guys want to participate in the chat as well, we will read the chat as well. Or if you guys are watching this, leave your comments below. Okay, so Zach James Cole said Too Sweet Tuesday.
Too Sweet Tuesday. Oh man.
Isn't that like a cease and
That's a good one.
Now, though? I like it.
Yeah, we get into trouble, but that's a good one. That's like a WWE 2K19 one I'd do. Too Sweet Tuesday. My God. You just see like the giant hand would be like this, and then like the ramp would be like right underneath for them to come out of.
Yeah.
That'd be hilarious.
Okay. So the next
Tuesday, it's good.
I like that. Yeah. The next one is Watch Along Wrestling. I feel like they've done some good with the whole Change the World movement. So that's what I named the show. AEW Change the World. Make people feel like they're contributing to the movement and change every time they watch the show.
Change the World. I feel like that should be like a paper. I can see that being like a pay-per-view name. That'd be sweet. Like like AEW Change the World.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be a cool pay-per-view name. Show name, I'm okay with it, but I'm not. It doesn't catch my eye. because like, yeah, it doesn't really catch my eye.
Maybe like
Pay-per-view for sure. I'd put it at pay-per-view.
And the last one that we got was from Carlton Pro. Well, for me, Tuesday Dynamite works if it's on TNT. But if it was me, I would name it Tuesday Night Carnage or Tuesday Night Asylum, assuming it stays on Tuesday nights.
That's good. That's a good one, too.
Tuesday Night Asylum. Well, you know what? I actually like the Tuesday Night Carnage. I'm thinking Asylum. I'm thinking like Dean Ambrose, and
I can't think of what it would be called.
Mm-hmm.
I can't like. Would the Elite work?
The Elite.
Yeah. Would you use a "the" for wrestling show though? Because I know it's like Monday Night Raw, Tuesday Night SmackDown, NXT.
They're in charge to do whatever they
just
want
Elite.
Do or be Elite.
We're just Elite.
Oh. So, like I said, if you guys are watching this later, not live, leave your comments below because we would love to know your thoughts on that.
We want to know what you got. What would you guys name the first televised TV show for AEW? Their ongoing televised show that they're going to have. So it's the rumored one that because they trademarked for it, Tuesday Night Dynamite. To me, that's just so corny. That's just Tuesday Night Dynamite. That's just. Yeah, it's cool, but it's so corny at the same time. I feel like they could do a little bit better.
Oh.
Like there's all like name like you can just do so much out there with like you can do like a war zone or battleground. No, you can't do battleground, but I don't know. That's a tough. I bet you they're thinking hard about this before they do announce it though. It's got to be a good name. So, and then they might just end up with Tuesday Night Dynamite if they can't think of anything. I can't think of anything. Maybe I'll think of something for the next show. But at the top of my head, I can't. So, guys, like Tiff just said, if you're listening to us on the go or listening to this or watching this later on YouTube, leave a comment down in the comment below. Let us know what you would name the new TV show for AEW once it does get announced. I like those ones that people sent in. Good job, guys.
Thank you guys.
Really love those ones.
Awesome. We appreciate all your.
Do appreciate all the support you guys have been giving us too for this podcast. We've been like last episode we hit over 300 views and 30+ likes, so that's like huge for us. For like such a small podcast starting out right now, so that's really big. So we do want to thank you guys for that, and to continue support and keep shouting us out there, man. Everything helps. We want to continue to grow. Like AEW wants to grow and change the world. We want to grow and change the podcasting world. I don't know, something like that.
If you guys have suggestions or anything, let us know too.
That you guys want to see us do on the show, anything you guys want to be featured on the show. We'll take it into consideration. We might actually do it, and we'll give you a special shout-out if it's a really good idea enough. So, other than that, guys, Wait, you forgot one more thing we didn't talk about. So prayers and love to Luke Perry passed away. Oh, yeah, that's right. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, I just realized it. So
Jungle Boy, who is a member of the All Elite Wrestling roster, is the son of the late Luke Perry, who died yesterday. So thoughts and prayers to Jungle Boy and the entire Perry family. Tough loss, especially because he's been having a rough year, Luke Perry, and it basically caught up to him really bad over the last couple of months. So I know I've read recent reports that he's been hospitalized a couple of times and not doing too good. And it looks like it took a turn for the worse. So
52. So live life to the fullest, guys, because you never know. That's what I always say.
You can live life to the fullest by joining the challenge. Joining of this journey. So I'll be tweeting daily. So you can follow me at Real Kyle Masters. You can follow Tiff. She's doing it too at Loves to Dream 82. Both our Twitter handles are down in the YouTube description below. Also our main one at All Elite Pod. We will be retweeting with that one as well. So guys, make sure if you're tweeting at us.
You're going down. Do you have something open?
Yeah. No, we are reconnecting. Give me a sec. We're back. we were quickly disconnected for some reason. No. See what I mean? Life. This full gear challenge is not also hard. OBS is also trying us. But before this happens again, I'm probably gonna end the show right now. So thank you for Cubic Girl for calling in, guys. Thank you for tuning in to episode number 11. Again, make sure you're following us on all social media platforms and you're following us on Twitter. And if you want to listen to us on the go, we are available everywhere. All links are down in the YouTube description below. I'm your host as always, the Real Kyle Masters on Twitter, the owner and CEO of the No Holds Bar Network, always joined by my beautiful co-host Tiffany loves to dream 82 on Twitter. Guys, we'll see you and hopefully have some more news for you and another update on the Full Gear Challenge in episode 12. So we will see you next time.